Resident Evil Infinite Darkness appears to be the adaption we've been waiting for. The Game Awards are still on for 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 249 of the It's Obvious podcast. My name's Garrett Drake. I'm joined online by Jacob Alka.
Garrett, I made the decision this weekend to throw the carrot cake Oreos away. I had another one.
That's a great decision, Jacob.
I had another one the other day, and I'd had the final straw. Like, I took one bite, and I was just like, this is disgusting. And I proceeded to throw the whole box away in my trash can. So I just thought you should know that.
I'm happy to hear that, Jacob. You're doing yourself a huge favor. I haven't even tried them, and I know I can say that with confidence. There's an Oreo flavor I saw advertised on Twitter or something the other day that looked incredible. I just can't remember what it was. It's like a fall cookie. It isn't pumpkin spice. It's something else.
The maple one?
Maple. Maybe it's maple. I feel like they've had maple before.
Do you think they should stop doing all these flavors? Like, you think?
No, I mean, I love the experimentation with the Oreos. Mm-hmm. For better or worse, I love the experimentation.
Jacob, how do you feel about carrot cake not in Oreo form?
I love it. It's arguably my favorite cake.
Man, you are out of control sometimes.
Carrot cake is incredible.
Carrot cake is really good. I'm a fan.
Yeah, Garrett,
I like it, but I wouldn't dare call it my favorite.
Garrett, you don't like carrot cake. You don't like it.
I do like carrot cake.
So what's better than carrot cake?
I would take lemon pound cake over that any day.
No, you wouldn't.
That's so boring.
I would take a chocolate cake over that, specifically my grandma's chocolate cake.
Chocolate icing.
And in any like cinnamon swirl type cake, I would take. You know me, cinnamon's my weakness. And carrot cake kind of has like a twinge of cinnamon in it. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
So
I can't stand a dry pound cake is one of the worst things.
See, I'm thinking a moist pound cake.
Those are so few and far between, though. I've been cursed with too many dry ones that to the point where that's like all I can think about when I think of pound cake.
Follow me into the dark of pound cake, and I'll take you the moistest, juiciest batch of cakes you can imagine. Trust me, Publix has some really good ones. At least from what I remember. It's been a while, but
I think I'd rather.
I didn't think you were going to take me to Publix. I thought you were going to take me somewhere else.
That's the first place that came to mind because my grandma used to get a lot of lemon pound cakes from Publix.
I thought you were trying they're
so simple, but they're really good.
I just don't undermine
Publix. You're the man who's talking about Publix sushi recently, like raving about it.
It's so good. Like
Publix ain't messing around.
Have you not had their sushi?
I've not. I've just heard about it through you.
Like, I promise you, it's really good. It's way better than you would think it is.
I've had it.
Not that like Publix has bad food. Sorry, what?
I said I have also had it, and I also think it is good. But I'm not some like sushi expert or anything. So
okay, I thought you were going to say something negative.
Who cares what I say
about me?
We're also joined by Preston Pugh.
Good evening.
It's good to have you as always.
Of course.
So how we doing, guys?
Doing quite well. How are you guys? How's the week?
I'm a little tired. Drinking coffee at 9 p.m.
Drinking coffee at 9 p.m. Don't you have to get up in the morning?
At 8.
Okay.
So not too early, but
yeah, it's not too bad.
Not sleeping in by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Nice. I'm drinking green tea this evening. It's hitting the spot.
What kind of tea?
Green tea.
Green tea. Interesting.
Tea.
Green tea with a green shirt on. I see.
Exactly. I have a green mask to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually passed by a guy earlier today coming out of Publix.
Yeah.
And he saw me in my green shirt, my green mask. He was like, nice. Looking right at me when he said it.
You're saying this guy just came up to you and said nice.
No, he was standing on a wall, like watching me walk toward him. He was just nice.
Okay. That's funny.
So probably the highlight of my day.
So this is in Atlanta?
This was in Atlanta. It was actually the Atlantic Station Publix.
Okay.
Yep.
I was over in Atlantic Station not too long ago.
Yep. Waiting for you to come back and pay me a visit.
I need to. It's been a little while since I've seen you. Probably that weekend was when I saw you. So it's been since then.
Yeah, I miss you.
I'll see you Sunday.
What's going on Sunday?
I don't know.
It's like a surprise party or something?
No. something bigger than that.
Okay, I have no idea what Sunday is.
It's a wedding.
Oh, is it Andy's wedding?
Yeah.
I thought it was on Saturday.
No, it's on Sunday.
Okay.
He's not
You
already
sure?
married?
No, they had to postpone
It better
it
be
because
on
of COVID.
Sunday. Hold on.
I
need to go
swear I
check.
thought I saw a picture of him getting married.
I'm pretty sure it's October 4th.
What did
Let's
I see
see.
then?
October 4th is a Sunday. Yeah, it is a Sunday. I almost forgot about that.
All right, I'm back. So, as per this magnet that was sent this summer,
Yeah, I have that same magnet.
okay, it says October 4th, which is Sunday.
It's a Sunday. Yeah.
So that's good because I'm picking up my suit on Saturday night.
Well, I'm not getting a suit.
Well,
you in
don't
the
need-
wedding?
You don't have to have a suit.
Are you in the wedding?
No.
No.
I
Do
just
you
bought
want
a
to be
suit.
my +1, Jacob?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go together.
I might be carpooling with Evan and Elliot. I'm not sure yet
Okay.
because we're all like kind of right here.
Yeah.
But, and I have to like leave earlier than probably most people
Mm-hmm.
because I want to get back before like 11 or 12.
Yeah, same.
So I'm gonna have to leave at like 8, something like that. And the wedding is what, 4 o'clock? So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be there very long.
Yeah. Glad we covered the details of our Sunday together.
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
sure
podcast.
everybody.
So
was
people need to
just
know.
Yeah.
People
enthralled
need to
by
know what we're
this.
doing.
Just an inside scoop on what we'll be doing. We should get a picture together, Jacob, at our Sunday's best,
We should.
especially with the groom.
Mm.
I was introduced to Andy Bynum at Zach Bynum's house the first time I ever visited. I was sitting on their coffee table, and Andy ran by me. I had never seen him in my life, and he leaps in the air and farts in my face as he passes by. And that's how I was introduced to Andy Bynum. I'll never forget it. So I intend to do the same to him while he's at the altar. You know, I'm confessing his vows.
Oh, dude! Right when they're taking their vows, that's
yeah,
what
dude,
I'm doing.
I'm gonna prank him so hard, dude. I will have my
I'm
vengeance.
gonna ruin his wedding.
I will have my vengeance before the night is over. Well, that'll be fun. Thanks for reminding me. I mean, I would have remembered probably by the time the weekend came, but that totally slipped my
I'm
mind.
glad I reminded you too.
Yeah.
Make sure you're ready.
Yeah. Preston, you had a good week?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good, man.
Yeah, not really too much.
How's
to say.
work been?
Same old, same old.
That's pretty good.
Just doing it, you know.
If someone asked me about work, that's what I would say too, because I don't want to talk about work.
Yeah, I work enough to where I just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I get that. So you guys want to see my new shoes? I'm changing the subject again. I bought a suit today, and I'm
you're gonna have to
altered.
describe them really hard for the
Oh
listeners.
yeah, yeah. Well, I just want to show you guys, honestly. But they're nothing special. They're just like nice brown shoes.
I
Wow.
haven't seen those before.
Yeah, thanks.
These
Jacob.
are completely original. One of them just made for me.
Just think of the most
the most
generic
standard
brown shoe of all time, and there you
brown
go.
dress shoe.
There
Yeah.
it is.
That reminds me, I don't have nice shoes for Sunday.
Well, it's not too late to buy nice shoes. That is one of the easier things to buy. Actually,
It's kind of bad timing. I don't know if I can afford nice shoes at the end of the month.
that would be a problem.
Yeah, so if it was earlier in the month, maybe.
Just go to the shoe store, buy a pair of shoes, and
And
then
return them.
then Monday, they don't fit anymore. Take them
yeah,
back.
that's a
I
good
hate
idea.
when that happens, dude.
Yeah.
Preston will do that with full-on game consoles sometimes.
No,
I don't like it anymore. I've
Preston
had it for
wouldn't.
3 days.
Yeah. I don't
My
know
boy
what
Preston
happened.
wouldn't do that.
Hey man, if your system allows, if like your return system allows me to do it, you're just asking for it, you know.
That's their own fault.
He's just
Yeah.
playing by the rules.
I know. I didn't violate any rules or anything, so
Yeah.
I'm just taking advantage of the system, you know.
I respect that.
understand.
Totally respect that. What have you guys been playing?
Oh man,
I played a few things.
a ton.
Oh, Preston, let me think. 12 games at once?
Two actually.
Persona's one of
Gary,
them?
you're just jealous. Okay,
Persona
I'm
is-
very
you're over here
jealous.
playing 0 games all
Persona
the
I
time.
is
won't
one
even
of them.
remotely deny that.
Persona's one of them, and a brand new game that came out on Friday is the other one.
Very nice.
What came out on Friday?
I'll just tell you. I don't feel like y'all guessing. Mafia, the Mafia remake.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. How you
Yeah.
liking it?
I think it's really, really good. I am digging it a whole lot. It is a lot linear than I thought it was going to be, and I appreciate it for that. My biggest issue with Mafia 2 is I swear 90% of the game you're just driving to your next mission in this completely empty open world, where in this game, once you finish a mission, the next one starts and like goes into a cutscene. Then when the actual mission starts, you drive to the objective, which isn't always far away, and you play through the mission, and then when it's done, you go right to the next one. So it's great. The story is very good. I am really digging it. It's just like a classic Mafia story. You're a cab driver who one night when you're working, two Mafia guys, Sam and Paulie, are running away from another gang, and they kind of force you into being their escape driver, and you kind of just get roped in with a family who's fighting with another family, and you kind of get intertangled in their mess. But the game is being told in flashbacks. Like the game starts with you actually talking to an investigator, confessing, and like kind of telling the investigator things about the family that you are involved in. So I'm very interested to see what leads up to that and what happens after it. But graphically, it looks really good. The gameplay is nothing, revolutionary. It's just a really fun, standard third-person shooter with some fun driving. And it's only $40, I think. But if you are into, that time period, a good gangster, like 30s, 40s gangster story, I highly recommend you pick it up. I'm having a really fun time with it. Besides one mission, there's one mission where you have to, and this mission is like notorious, even in the original Mafia game. You have to race in a race, obviously.
Is it the like on the dirt track, and you have like these like cars? Like what are they? Like is it like the Derby or something?
I don't know. It's like just an old school race. You're in these old race cars.
Yeah, I was watching a streamer play, and I saw him like playing Mafia, and he was in this race.
it is so hard that I was astounded.
Hard?
It's just like you have to get in first place, and I'm playing on hard difficulty, which means that the cars control different. Like they have no anti-lock brakes or anything. Like they drive like old cars, and it is just like until you get used to it, which it took me I think it took me like 3 hours to beat this mission. And it's because there's 3 laps, and the entire race lasts like 4.5 minutes to 5 minutes. So if you get to the final lap and you'll just spin out, or a car will hit you and you'll go like flying off the track, and it's over. You have to start the entire race over again. It's just so incredibly frustrating. So that is the one like problem I've run into so far. But besides that, I've had nothing but fun playing it.
Did you beat that race?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty well past that now. But yeah, like I said, I really like the characters. They are really like Paulie and Sam and Vinny, and they all have like, just the generic gangster like Italian names and stuff, but they all have like really unique personalities and their own like little quirks and stuff. And I really like them, and I like the main character too. His name's Tommy, and like I said, I'm really interested to see how he ends up, where he ends up when the game starts. So yeah, been playing that. And to add to the frustration, I spent probably another 3 or 4 hours, I think 2 nights ago, finishing the 5th Palace in Persona 5. I don't know if I had any difficulties with that palace boss the first time through the game, but I was getting the worst luck of all time. Like all the stat debuffs to me were just screwing me, and I just could not beat him until I got like, just a bunch of pretty much I just got lucky one fight and was able to beat him. So That was like 2 nights in a row of just being incredibly frustrated. But I finally got to see the new palace.
Ooh.
I'm not going through it, but I went there and I saw Kasumi. Oh crap, I always forget her name. It's like Kasumi Yoshi something. I'm forgetting her name. But I saw her activate her persona, and it was really cool. So, and the palace looks nothing like I thought it would look like. Like I didn't really know what to expect, and I would have never guessed. Like, I'm not even quite sure what it is. It just doesn't look like any other palace in the game at all, which is really cool. So I'm definitely really, and it doesn't, I don't even know what it is yet. Like, it just has question marks all over it. When I was like, every section of the map I went to, it would just be question marks. So, like I said, I have no clue what it is, but it looks awesome. So
interesting.
So yeah, still going through that, and that's all I did this week. I probably played those 2 games for a few hours each, but yeah, mainly this weekend I just watched a ton of football and ate a lot of pizza. That's pretty much all I did.
I'm into that.
I would be too. Garrett, what about you? Did you have any time to play some games?
I did actually for about 30 minutes today. It was the only time I had this past week to play. I played a little game called Proteus, played the closed beta for COG, and I think I'd heard about this game in passing, but I didn't really look into it at all, so I had no idea what I was stepping into. But it is incredibly fun. It is essentially a hybrid of old school Doom and modern Doom. At least that's what I've gathered so far. I haven't really analyzed it further beyond just the soundtrack, fast-paced gameplay, the types of enemies, the arsenal of weapons, the way it feels to play. But it feels like it controls like a modern Doom, and the sound design sounds very modern as well. But of course, visually, it's made to look pretty old school. So it was super fun. It's like a really strong closed beta too. It's like a whole level they let you play, and it's pretty substantial with all the objectives it has you complete, and all the weapons you get to use throughout, and the different enemy types. So it was super fun. I'm hoping to do like a video impressions piece before the week's over, but for right now I'll be throwing up gameplay later tonight of that beta. But it is super sick. I have no idea when it comes out. I need to look into that too, but beta was awesome. So that's the only thing I got to play. But man, if you're into Doom whatsoever, it's definitely worth checking out because it was great for me.
Very nice. You didn't play Batman this week?
I did not. No, I didn't get to play Mario either.
Oh, yeah, I didn't either. I actually didn't touch Mario, which I kind of, like, honestly, I kind of forgot about it. Like, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But no, I was busy playing other things. So I actually played significantly more Ghost of Tsushima than I have probably in the last month. Like, I probably just played more than I had in this last week. In this last week, which was pretty good. I feel like I'm really close to beating the game. Garrett, I don't know when we talked on the phone, but whenever that night, I think it might have been Sunday night. Yeah, it was last night, right? Yeah, it was. Sorry. I went to all these settlements and cleared them out and then killed the boss. And then like I got this the armor that was made for what's his name? Koto Khan or whatever. the main bad guy in the game, which is cool. So, and I told you I was going to go test out the armor and see if like Mongols didn't attack you when you walk next to them. And at first they don't attack you, but if you get too close to them, they'll like suspect you and then they attack you. At least that's what they did to me. I thought it was kind of ugly though, so I took it off real quick and put the ghost armor back on because it looks the best. But I haven't been able to go get the black dye armor for it. I'm assuming you can dye it black, but the problem is I can't go into the like south of like the northern area right now. So I gotta wait till that opens up. But surely I will beat it by this next podcast. Surely.
You are incredibly close to beating it. Like if you sat down and just played the story missions, you would beat it within 2 hours.
Jacob, if that coffee keeps you up all night, just beat it tonight.
I'll take on that challenge. I'll do it. But yeah, I need to finish that game. So
you're close.
By the time I get it done. What else? What else did I play? I think the only other thing besides that was WoW.
What do you got for us this week, Jacob?
So I actually got. Did I get 1 or 2 mounts? I definitely got 1. Oh, I got 2 mounts. That's right. So let me tell you about these mounts that I got, guys. Let me inform you. So I ran this raid that I always run once a week for the 21st time, and I finally got a dragon that comes off the last boss. So that was cool. It's actually not that special because there's like 4 other dragons that share the same like model and color palette. So it's kind of not that special to get because I already have other shades of it. But you know, it's whatever. It's another number added on the list. And I also got the holiday mount. And there's this thing in the game called Brewfest right now, and it's basically like WoW has micro holidays, which are sort of based off real holidays, but they're renamed different to fit the universe of the game. But I think Brewfest is like a mimic of Oktoberfest or something like that. So I got the mount that comes from the special event that happens for Brewfest. So that was cool. And besides that, I just basically spent the whole week either farming old raids for mounts or trying to get new armor from old raids. So nothing too incredibly interesting to talk about there, but nonetheless, that is what I did. And it shouldn't be too much longer now until pre-patch for the new expansion comes out, which will be really exciting. Because that'll be when a lot of the class changes will happen for all the classes, and everyone will have new buttons to press, new rotations, yada yada, new talents. So it'll just create that initial excitement for when the expansion launches at the end of October. So, and there's going to be like a whole Scourge invasion where all the undead and flood the main cities. So that'll be fun to take part in. But yeah, I'm definitely hyped for the new expansion. But right now I'm just sort of finishing up some other games that I need to get through so I can devote my full attention to that once it comes out. All my game time anyway. And then right before we know it, the new consoles will come out, and then Cyberpunk a week later. So things are about to start happening here at the end of October for me.
Oh,
especially.
yeah.
But that's about it for me.
Nice. That's very exciting, Jacob.
Yeah. I thought so too.
I look forward to hearing your final thoughts on Ghost. It's been a long time coming.
All these Sony games that come out now, it takes me months to get through them.
Yeah.
I'm
but you
doing
can
my
savor
best.
them, though. You're savoring it, right?
I am, yeah.
Nice.
It's not necessarily good for discussion, though, you know.
For
'Cause
sure.
I only have very brief thoughts, but...
Yeah, like I changed my armor once. I didn't like it as much, so tune in next week
I rode
for my
horse
thoughts
for a
on the
little bit,
ending.
and then I got off.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing, regardless, Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen, news is not necessarily noteworthy, and it's pretty brief, but how about we jump into it?
Let's do it.
Let's see. The Game Awards are still happening on December 10th. I imagine they are streaming these. That's kind of like what they did before, honestly, before they had the stage and the live crowd and everything. So they're going back to their roots this year. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see how they pull it off, but I'm confident with how the world so quickly transitioned to a digital format in so many different ways. They'll do just fine. If anything, we'll have less celebrity guests. We won't have Vin Diesel back, which is a crying shame, along with Michelle Rodriguez. That was easily the highlight of the show, with it being the swan song of the event. But we can only hope that Jeff Keighley brings some bangers. I know it's the onset of a new console generation this year, so we might see some cool announcements at the very end of the year for upcoming stuff. I bet I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a God of War demo or trailer, like full-on trailer at Game Awards this year. Like it was teased at the PlayStation event. Maybe they'll show a brief trailer at Game Awards.
Making predictions already, are you?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling bold.
I think what would be more likely would be like
maybe some
Horizon,
Elden Ring.
Frozen Wilds,
Elden Ring.
or not Frozen Wilds. What's the next game called? Is it
Forbidden West.
Forbidden
West.
The Forbidden West.
That was.
And is it Horizon
expansion.
Zero Dawn?
It's just Horizon Forbidden West. I think maybe it is Zero Dawn Forbidden West.
No, it's for Horizon Forbidden West.
They should have called it One Dawn.
Forbidden West sounds like a DLC title to me, like Frozen Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I think we might get gameplay.
Frozen
for that,
Wilds was Horizon Zero Dawn Frozen Wilds. This is just Horizon Forbidden West.
Forbidden West.
So that's confusing. See, Like,
yeah.
what are other people going to say?
To you stupid people.
And I'm a prestigious podcast host, and I can't even remember. Like, think about just the ordinary Joe, you know?
Yeah, the ordinary.
You're the most prestigious podcaster I know, Jacob.
You're the type
Also the
of,
best looking.
You're the person that's buying the Xbox One X's right now, getting
Excuse
it confused. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the Xbox One, and it was
Can you imagine like ordering an Xbox One X thinking it's the what's the new one called again?
Series
X?
Yeah.
Gosh, dude.
Wow, you're one of them
names.
too. Dude, did you saw that the One X the sales on Amazon were up like 750% or something like that when the pre-orders went live for the Series X.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
You know, just like a few children this year for Christmas are getting a
the
One
wrong
X,
console. Yeah.
and they're just going to be so disappointed.
Garrett, imagine Andy, like, when he was growing up in, like, early middle school, like, his mom getting him one of those Xboxes, but it's the Xbox X, or what was it called? The Xbox One X? Yeah, yeah. I can't remember what it's
I
called.
don't even know.
But it's imagine her getting him that instead of like the brand new Xbox. Imagine,
Dude, we should
like,
bring that
the
up at his
meltdown
wedding
he would
too, at
have
the reception when he's in the middle of his first dance. We should bring that up. We'll just yell it across the room.
We're coming up with some good ways to just mess up his wedding.
Dude, we're gonna crash the heck out of Andy's wedding.
I know this is
It's all in love though.
This is kind of off topic just a little bit, but I don't think it's on our news slate or whatever. But did y'all see any of the first impressions for the Xbox One X? I know some journalists got to actually spend some
Series X or One X?
Series X. I know some. I know some journalists got to actually have one at home with them.
That's cool.
They couldn't play any next gen games. They could only do backwards compatibility and mess around with the UI. But Digital Foundry put out a video, and it's pretty cool. The frame rate, at least, with some backwards compatible titles. Like, for instance, pretty much everything they played was at 60. Like Sekiro was at 60. I saw GTA 4 was at 60, whereas on the One X, they were around 30 to 40 FPS. So from the looks of it, it looks like all the, backwards compatibility titles, 360 games and stuff you'll be able to play them at 60 FPS. So, I mean,
it's really exciting. I'd love to play.
I know it's not like we've been doing that for a few years now, but it's cool for console owners to finally step up.
Finally got to 60, huh?
They made it.
For a 360 games.
Yep.
You're doing good, kid.
Yeah. But I've heard the load times are stupid fast, and the resume feature seems really cool, being able to swap between different games and having the state at which you left it just resume.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right? So yeah, definitely seems pretty cool. So I know some Japanese YouTubers are playing the PS5, I believe, sometime soon. So I'll definitely be interested to read their impressions about it.
I saw a picture of some NBA player that has the
controller,
the PS5.
I think you're talking about Travis Scott. I think, yeah he had a
I am.
controller.
Is that a real
Yeah, it's not
picture?
an NBA player. It's Travis Scott.
Yeah.
The McDonald's
Dude,
burger
he's
guy.
got Burger Bing burgers and PlayStation 5 controllers.
He's everywhere now.
The burger guy.
Yeah.
The burger guy.
Dude, the Burger King.
It's
He's Travis Scott from Travis Scott's
in the street.
Burger.
Hey, you're from that McDonald's guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Dude, they're giving out PlayStation 5 controllers and McDonald's Happy Meals.
He's the Fortnite guy.
Burger King Kids Meals.
Oh man.
That's
great.
exciting.
Yeah.
I can't remember what our topic. Oh yeah, the Game Awards.
What's winning Game of the Year? I know it's a
Dude,
little
I
early.
can't even remember
but-
what came out this year.
Well, Cyberpunk's not going to come out early enough.
Yeah, I don't know if
So-
Cyberpunk's going to meet the deadline for that.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So what are we forgetting about? I think up there for me is Doom is going to be a
Doom.
contender.
Doom.
Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
7.
Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2. That's probably
Ghost.
going to win it, if we're being honest.
Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Ghost will be in there.
Yeah.
What else? I feel
It's
like
it's been a long year, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, there's so much stuff came out.
Well,
this
let's know
year.
what we're missing.
I wonder if Animal Crossing will be in be in it?
I think that's fair to be in there. Absolutely,
Yeah.
that could be a top.
Oh, yeah.
contender.
I think
It will be.
It just became like a cultural phenomenon. I think
Yeah.
it kind of has to.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
No PS5 games should be in the running.
Is there a game design award, just like purely game design? Because I think Doom deserves that if it's game design.
Why do you think so?
Because I think it's brilliant. That loop is just it works so flawlessly.
Are you excited for the expansion pack, Garrett?
I am excited. I cannot remember when it's coming out, but I'm totally gonna play
October
it.
20th.
Oh,
I
that's
believe.
so fitting.
I
for
wonder
October.
if Doom. I know Doom is coming to Xbox Game Pass October 1st, I believe, and it's coming to PC Game Pass later on. So I wonder if they're going to get it on there before the expansion.
Doom Eternal.
Yeah,
Cool.
I mean, I have it, but I would rather download it through Xbox than use the Bethesda launcher
Same.
because man, that thing's a piece of crap.
Yeah. Yeah, you should definitely check out Proteus whenever it comes out. I don't know how much it's going to be. My guess would be $20, but
Okay,
I've been wrong before. But it's pretty awesome.
cool.
What else is so game of the year soundtrack should be Doom, I think, or Final Fantasy.
well,
Probably
Doom.
Final Fantasy.
A lot of people
Final
had problems with Doom's
Fantasy.
soundtrack.
Yeah, Final Fantasy will probably wipe the floor in music.
Final
Sound
Fantasy
design,
is amazing.
it's I could go up to anything.
Is it?
What's another like major award
Um,
we're overlooking? Music.
Voice actor of the year. Who's winning
best
that?
male performance.
Who do you think would win that? Best or the best male? Yeah, I guess. Do they separate it by?
Male and female?
Yeah, do they do that?
I think they do.
Okay, who's
Are you
winning?
sure they do that?
It's
That
got.
was a joke.
I can't remember if they do or
'Cause
not.
that's an Oscar thing.
I think they.
I don't know if they do it in games.
All right, let's say
I
they
feel
did.
Like they don't.
Let's say they did do it. Who would win best male performance?
I like this.
I'm thinking Final Fantasy characters already.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about
Out of
that or
everything?
best male will be Joel probably
For like the
from Last of Us.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
I
just
don't.
funny. I can't really think of maybe Tommy. Tommy does a great job in Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
I
think
He's not in the
it's-
game enough.
that's like mostly women in the game. So best
I
female
mean,
actress could be
females-
Laura
Jen
Bailey.
Sakai.
You think Ashley Johnson or dude? What dude?
If Laura Bailey beat Ashley
if
Johnson,
Laura Bailey wins and Part 2 wins Game of the Year, I think the internet will just literally light on fire.
I kind of hope that happens.
No, I do too, dude. Last of Us has to be my Game of the Year. I still think
Dude.
about that game.
Can you imagine a
still
more
gets me.
tumultuous disruption to society if Donald Trump wins the election and Laura Bailey wins Best Voice Actress and Last of Us
Yeah.
wins Game of the Year?
I don't think-
the world will explode.
I don't think
Yeah, I
Twitter.
think it might burn down.
I don't think Twitter will work after that. It'll just like
It's over.
implode.
The internet will cease to exist.
That'll implode. 4chan will just I don't even know what'll happen to it. That and Reset Era will just be on fire.
Yeah.
But
That would be something.
yeah, I don't know. I always look forward to Game of the Year. It's always a good time.
Definitely.
Let's hope with it being the stream like style again that Jeff Keighley will get a Joel McHale back on there.
I was just thinking that. Have him host the whole show.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Be a
remember how
great
awkward
reunion.
that was? That show?
You remember how great it was? Yes.
Dude, I felt so uncomfortable the whole time. I
Dude,
know
I-
you like that fefeeling. I know you like watching all these
love
cringe videos.
dude. Love
I
it.
felt so uncomfortable
when they
and I
would
kept
go
watching.
to who was that rapper they kept going to? What was his
Is it Lil
name?
Wayne? Snoop Dogg.
No, it's man, crap. What was his name? Tyler the Creator. They kept going to him, which he already does like cringy humor stuff, and yeah, I remember that a lot. That's when No Man's Sky was, I think, originally shown. Was it that?
I thought it was shown at E3.
No, I'm 99% sure that's where it was unveiled.
I trust your judgment.
And then we
More than my
saw
own.
from a Nintendo Cranky Kong was in Tropical Freeze. That was their big reveal.
Man.
Yeah, so
I used him, though. He was fun. I mean, he was very easy. So he kind of took the fun away. But
are you sure that was Cranky
forget about
Kong
that
or
game.
that? I think you were playing as the surfer guy, Funky Kong. He made the game easier.
Yeah.
I think the Cranky Kong is the old man.
Oh, well, that's.
Anyways,
sucks. No one cares about him. Game Awards.
yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure who would win Game of the Year. Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. I know, Preston, you said you would vote for The Last of Us so far.
I just
I'm not
know
sure
if
what I would pick.
the panel, if the people that I think that are a part of the panel, I would just be shocked if they picked anything other than Last of Us.
Dude, we've been around for almost 6 years. We deserve to be part of the panel. We should submit
you're right.
and see what happens. Just make a pitch video.
Let's do it.
We could. We honestly could.
Dude, you miss every shot you don't take.
Yeah.
You may airball it, but at least you took the shot.
Yeah, do we get selected? Yeah, probably not.
Is that a Michael Scott quote?
Maybe we could call upon our community for backup.
Yes.
It's like Batman and Batman Begins when he pulls out that sonar and Gordon's like, "What's that?" He's like, "Backup." And our community swarms in like the bats. And Jeff Keighley's overwhelmed with our support. And
these guys are
and
massive.
you can't deny that theme song either. It's gonna like blow him away.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, in fact, you guys get first pick.
In fact, you guys determine the whole show. Vote for what you want, and
then just for a bit, we intentionally make the worst picks for everything.
Yeah, we ruin his show. We ruin his brand. He loses everything. We ruin Jeff Keighley's career.
Pretty good plan.
Yeah, I thought so.
The only other news story we had was the Resident Evil Infinite Darkness teaser, and it looks really rad. I really like how it looks like the game, just with that cool, like, it's like a slower shutter speed or faster shutter speed. It gets kind of that, not really jittery, but choppy looking frame rate effect. I think it looks really cool. It works really well for horror. I think it looks great. And it's very brief, but is that, I know it's Leon in the trailer. Is that Claire Redfield with him?
Yes, it is. It is clear.
Cool. It looks like an awesome miniseries, and most of the adapted video game stuff Netflix has done so far has been awesome. I think Castlevania is outstanding. All 3 seasons are phenomenal.
I love that show.
Yeah, it's very good. So I'm very excited to see this.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently there's a sci-fi twist to it. Coming 2021.
Is that something that's typical for Resident Evil? It's not, right?
Not that I know of. Preston would know better.
Sci-fi twist?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Like, does that mean it's going to be somehow related to like aliens? Like this whole like virus?
No.
Like I know the virus is like man-made.
The virus was man-made.
But they could have fun with it.
Here are some tidbits from Dusk Golem on Twitter, which unfortunately he is no longer going to leak things. He says that it is causing too many people frustration and other things like that. So this is kind of like the last tidbit of leaks he's ever really going to post. But it's an episodic 3D CG animated television series. It's a Netflix exclusive, but will release globally. The series is a collaboration between Capcom, TMS Entertainment, and Marsa Animation Planet. The series is canon to the games and covers the series history. The series is part of the 25th anniversary celebration of Resident Evil. The series is paying special attention to sound design, recommended wearing headphones while watching. Series stars Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield. The events of the series set off when Claire stumbles upon something late one night and Leon helps someone, setting things into motion. The series is described as horror action with scenes of horror suspense and breathtaking dynamic action. There will be other familiar faces as side roles as well. But it is supposed to set up Resident Evil 8 a bit. So yeah.
Nice.
Really
Definitely
cool.
looks cool. There's been a lot, I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but there's been a lot of I swear I've read some things about Claire being dead in Resident Evil 8, which is why Chris might be a mean guy.
Yeah,
So,
a mean man.
a mean guy. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very interested in that. I don't really understand a lot of Resident Evil's stories. I just like the characters. So I'll be I'm definitely interested to see what happens to everybody. So
Yeah, I think they do a good job of I'm always compelled to want to know like what happens, right? Or like why things are the way they are in these games.
yeah.
And like I've had that feeling in both 2 and when I played 7 with Garrett in VR.
Yeah, it's like the actual umbrella and the outbreak and stuff honestly isn't even interesting to me, which is why I think I don't even know what's going on. It's like I know about the T virus and the C virus and Ouroboros and stuff, but it's just like I know about it, but I don't actually know about it. It's like I just know the names and stuff, and I know that it's turning people into crazy zombie people.
It's just the excuse to have these things happen in this world.
But I just think Leon's awesome. Like just him through Resident Evil 4, just him and Sadler and Ada Wong and then Claire and Chris and Jill Valentine. Like I just like all of them. So I'm just really interested in seeing just what happens to them. But yeah,
this conversation is making me want to play RE2 again. Like that game was so fun.
It's great. Yeah, I'm gonna play through. I'm gonna play through 7 again. It's on Game Pass, so I never played it on PC. So I'll probably run through that real quick before 8 comes out. But yeah, I'm super excited about 8. I did read I know some TGS was this week, and they just showed the exact same trailer like 4 times, which is so stupid. But there was a behind closed doors demo, and I read what went on during it, and it sounds very much so like they're doing a callback to Resident Evil 4. Like during the demo, I think it just sounded like the opening of Resident Evil 4, where you're in that village and there's just way too many people and you kind of just have to survive. That was going on in the demo that was being shown. So and definitely like just the environment and like with the castles and stuff, it definitely looks like they're going for a Resident Evil 4 vibe, which of course I'm super down with. But
yeah,
so yeah, very excited for that.
Oh yeah,
those are pretty cool things.
Speaking of a TGS, I know that was probably like our last news story, but have y'all seen anything else about Monster Hunter Rise?
I've not.
Yeah, I know a bunch of gameplay was shown at TGS, and I just think it looks really freaking fun, and it made me miss Monster Hunter. That was really fun when we were playing that on PlayStation. Had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, you played it on PC too, didn't you? Did you?
No, I only played it on PlayStation. And that game, more than any other game I've ever played, including The Last of Us and stuff, made my PlayStation sound like it was about to just blow up at any second. Just there was one, I forgot what they're called, Ancient Ones or something like that made windstorms. And my PlayStation was so loud, and every time it would the dragon or whatever would make a tornado come up, my game would start to lag, and I could hear my PlayStation getting louder and louder.
Your PlayStation's creating its own windstorm.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I was fully immersed in that fight. It's like I was in a tornado. But
they're breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah. Hopefully this game runs better. The demo looked like it ran fine. I know it's running on a different engine. It's running on the Resident Evil engine or RE engine. So hopefully that means it will perform better than World did on console.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm always down for Monster Hunter. After my experience with World, like if I'm gonna get more of that or anything like that, like just the style, like the game of going through, like tracking down the monster and then like not even knowing what you're going up against really, and just having to like think on the fly of like, how do I defeat this thing, or like what can I do to not just get clobbered, whatever you need to do. And then, you fail once, then you go back and you do something different the next time. I like that whole loop. It's sort of like the same loop of like for me going through a raid, like in an MMO. Like you go through the motions, you eventually learn what not to do, and then you do the right thing enough times, and you kill the boss. So it's that same concept.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
yeah.
I know there's already a Monster Hunter on Switch, but it's just a port of an older one, so that's why I was never really too interested in that one. But yeah, it'll be really cool to jump into a brand new Monster Hunter game, and like you said, just the gameplay loop of Monster Hunter is perfect for a handheldish console. Just to while you're on your go, take down a boss or two, so you can farm some stuff for that next piece of gear.
Yeah, I guess the one thing I've always had a gripe with that game is that because I've come from an MMO background, that game always seems to have like a point where you finish it, and I think it would be cool if they could find ways to keep you playing. Like, I'm sure they've done some things in the past, but like eventually you get to the point where you have everything that you want, or you've done every challenge, or So I don't know. I just think they could do more with that in-game loop, but maybe they don't want to. That's just me.
I don't even know if I ever got to the end game in Monster Hunter World. I don't think
I didn't.
I beat the final guy.
Yeah, I think I just stopped once I maybe killed all the bosses.
I think Destiny came out, or something came out that.
No, Destiny was way before that.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know. Something came out that took my attention.
That's why we stopped playing Diablo on PS4. That's why I stopped playing, because
I'm talking about Destiny 2.
Oh, Destiny 2.
Yeah, I mean, Destiny came out way before Monster Hunter. The first
you might be right on that front. I'm not exactly sure.
I know I was living in the rental house I had when all that came out, so I know that was around that time when both those games came out. So
I remember that house.
Yeah, you came over for E3.
Yeah, I think 2 E3s maybe.
I remember that.
Yeah, definitely one. Well,
cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Gents, let's jump into Ask IOG. Ask IOG is the part of the show where we answer your questions submitted through any of our socials at It's Obvious Gaming, the Ask IOG section of our Discord channel, or emailed to us at itsobviousgaming@gmail.com. If you want your question read live on the show, always include the hashtag AskIOG. First one comes from, let's see.
Which one?
Bohongeles. Kyle writes in and says, thanks for humoring my drunken self last week, boys. Garrett, just say butthole, man. The audience needs it. With the little Persona segue Preston went on, it had me thinking. Morgana, wait, didn't we do this?
Yeah, we read this one.
You said we didn't read these.
Yeah, well, I may have forgot to delete this one.
That's okay. Well, Kyle, shout out, man. We said butthole again.
Sorry, Kyle.
I thought that sounded familiar.
Wait.
Green Knight Goof writes in. Didn't we read this too?
Oh, no. Did we?
Jacob, what have you done?
Yeah, we did read that, yeah.
Oh, wait, did we read it on the episode we didn't record, though? Is the question.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting hung up on.
Because we didn't read it last week. So, no, we haven't read it.
Maybe not. Okay. Green Knight Goof writes in and says.
Yeah, we hadn't read Kyle's either.
Yeah, we did.
No, we read it on the one we didn't record. I'm right.
You sure?
I know I am.
I could have sworn we read it last week.
But it is old, though. Hold on. Let me bring it back up. What was the question? Oh, it's talking. Yeah, we didn't answer this. That was the episode we didn't record.
Hang on, but didn't we answer it the next week though? Because that's like 3 weeks ago.
I don't think we talked about it last week.
This is what happens in the one.
Maybe we should. Let's just do new questions so we're not just so we know for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
All right, I don't think we did Green Knight last week. So I'm going to read it again. It says, salutations, you dumb thick fellas. It is I, Green Knight Goof, a.k.a. Kyle Nelson, your humble bard. I listened to number 247 today and enjoyed the heck out of it. I haven't purchased a Switch yet, but I have waited for a long time. If they release the Zelda pack that you guys were talking about, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, etc., it would be an instant buy for me. It kind of seems like a no-brainer for Nintendo to release those games for Switch, but whatever. Preston, I feel your pain when it comes to Splinter Cell. There are too many impatient simps out there not appreciating the stealth game. And also, one of my favorite stories in the podcast is you talking about your Kingdom Come Deliverance experience. And 141, running away from the guys in the woods, breaking your legs, rolling down hills, and murdering the guy that you just paid to survive is effing hilarious. Dude, I have no memory of that.
I remember that.
it.
I don't remember what I said about it, though.
Dude, I'm going to have to look that up. That's
what
hilarious.
episode is that? 141?
141.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
That's hilarious.
I don't even know if I was on that one, though. But I remember listening to it.
Here's my question for you all. Do you guys have more funny stories like that one that you can think of? If not, tell us which game genre is represented in your opinion. Which genre is underrepresented in your opinion? For me, it's RTS games and ARPGs. I know we have some modern ones, but we need more. Love and appreciation to all of you. To you all. Hey, Kyle Nelson, man. Same to you, brother. Thanks for writing in and taking us down memory lane there for a second. All right. I'm trying to think of any funny stories that are related to that.
I'm with them on RTSs. We need more RTSs. Ones that I actually want to play.
Right. Make one that I actually want to play.
I'm not going to support these other ones that are already made.
I mean, mine's got to be just, stealth genre, period.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, we get so few games in that.
I feel like the beginning of this last gen, like there was quite a few. Like it wasn't like where it is now.
Yeah.
Because we had, let's not forget the best one of them all, Thief, came out the start of the generation.
See, that's the problem, Jacob, is that it was the onset of the previous generation, and
I think you're onto something, Garrett.
It began it and it ended stealth games forever. Is the problem? So
yeah, Preston, just go back and play. Thief.
No one
What's
can
the
follow
problem?
up Thief, so no one even tries.
Dude, imagine Thief on the Xbox Series X.
Backwards compatible.
It's probably
man.
still going to be like
that or a remake of
frames.
a remake of the 2013 classic.
See, this is I've had this like thought a lot
about Thief.
No, just about stealth games in general. It's just like stealth is an option in so many games. Like think of like all these, AAA action titles that give you the ability to do stealth. Like you can do stealth in Uncharted. Stealth is a big part of The Last of Us. Stealth was a big part of Ghost of Tsushima. There's stealth in Spider-Man. There's stealth in pretty much
GTA 5.
Every type of game there is stealth in it. So it's like I feel like I don't know, it's just like people there has to be like developers.
It's like developers think that gamers just want doses of stealth versus like a full-on meal.
Or
like they want it as an
found-
appetizer, maybe a snack, but not a full course meal.
Yeah,
Maybe
and it's like
companies have
I
discovered-
understand why hardcore stealth titles can annoy people. So it's like I understand that because nobody wants to. I completely understand if you're playing a game and you get caught and it's like, oh, game over or restart, how that can annoy you and you just want to kind of like, if that progresses into the action phase of the game, you just want to continue on with that. And I'm I'm fine with that. And I think stealth games ended up doing that, like the first two Splinter Cell games where they had the alarm system where, once you eventually got to 3 alarms, it was game over. They eventually got rid of that. Chaos Theory didn't have that. I think Chaos Theory did it extremely well, where every time you got an alarm, the guards would act differently. Like they would start putting on body armor so you couldn't get headshots. They would start acting like there was somebody on the premises and stuff. So, I just, I think we kind of moved on from that. So I don't know. I don't really know what I'm even trying to say right now. I'm too tired.
I think you're onto something.
I don't know. But clearly, like people, those games didn't sell. They don't sell as well as other games. So there's really no incentive for a big publisher to put down a ton of money on these type of games if they're not selling. So it's kind of like we have to rely on smaller teams to kind of fill that void. So
that's usually how everything goes, though. Like once a genre sort of plateaus in innovation, it usually takes like an indie to come up with something brand new to sort of like tell them or show the big dog that they need to change how they do things.
It's kind of like the developer of, and I'm completely blanking on their name right now, that made Wasteland 3. I believe they made all 3 Wastelands actually, but they are, I'm pretty sure they're working on like a third or first or something RPG, like a mainstream type RPG.
Oh, for normal people.
Exactly. That's what exactly. It's like they make these incredible, CRPGs, but
it's made by InXile Entertainment.
Yeah. And now it's just like those are so niche and stuff to where now Microsoft is just like, hey, you guys need to make, like Garrett said, a normal person RPG that like a lot of people would get into and stuff. So now this developer that's made, one of the better CRPGs, recently, they're not making another one right now. They're working on a different type of RPG. So now it's like a smaller developer has to step in and make something like that. Like the people that are making, Baldur's Gate 3 is, I guess, the next type of game that people that are, into that genre can look forward to. I'm going to stop talking. I'm completely, I can't even finish.
You're making great points.
I get it.
Right.
I don't know.
You're making great points. I just don't know like what the answer is, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Because you need the top talent in the industry to
I guess that's the talent is just
to do things.
These smaller developers make these types of games. They get a following. They're potentially bought and invested in to make a game that can sell more, and then another smaller developer will be inspired by those type of games and make their own, and it's just a cycle. So we just need somebody
look at PUBG, for example. Like that changed so much in the shooter or the first, like even the FPS industry, like all shooters industry, like Battle Royale became a thing because of, not just PUBG, but PUBG sort of like popularized Battle Royale. And then, we had Fortnite, which just dominated the world.
I don't really know what that has to do with what I was saying, but
I have a point to make. I think something ironic about what's that arcane game that's coming? That's Deathloop. I feel like what's ironic is that I can't help but imagine the style of gameplay they're going for, and that wasn't partly inspired by Stealth Gamer playing Dishonored on YouTube. Because if you watch Stealth Gamer play through Dishonored, he's basically doing the Deathloop thing, but he's not being seen. But it's that constant, like, fast-paced, just taking advantage of the environment and your arsenal of weapons to make it as flashy and wild as possible.
Yeah.
And that's what Deathloop looks like. I feel like Arcane saw Stealth Gamer play Dishonored and was like, wow, that guy makes our game look so sick. Not that it isn't already, but the way he plays it is fascinating. We should capitalize on that and make that type of gameplay sort of accessible to everyone based on the design. I mean, that could just be a wild, crazy thought, but it looks like Stealth Gamer when I watch the Deathloop gameplay trailer or demo or whatever it was. So I know it's not a stealth game per se, but just the way Stealth Gamer played Dishonored is sort of ironic.
Yeah, I see what you're getting at.
Just think of Palpatine sitting in the theater next to Anakin before he gives him the Darth Plagueis the Wise speech when he just goes ironic, and they're looking at Deathloop from Arcane Studios.
Yeah.
Big Colt writes in and says, with the Travis Scott burger sweeping the nation, I was curious if each of you had a collab with a fast food restaurant.
We already did this one.
We did it the week that we didn't air.
Oh,
I remember.
okay.
He says, which one would it be and what item and meal would you tweak to be unique to you? Perhaps a Wendy's Alka burger with 2 meaty-ass buns and some special sauce, or a Preston Little Caesars pizza since he seems to adore it so much with extra pineapple? What's a realistic collaboration with a fast food chain you guys think you would do? I mean, that makes total sense.
I just want to say, just because I think I said Little Caesars was better than DiGiorno. I think that's all I said about about Little Caesars.
Which in Big Colt's book means it's the best pizza on the planet, according to you.
No.
DiGiorno is so bad.
It's pretty bad.
I'm glad you guys opened me to the light. Like,
now
I
we
could never imagine eating that again.
We gotta get you to quit eating carrot cake Oreos and
It's already done.
minty treats. It's the next frontier.
I had Fox's pizza on Saturday.
Nice.
And it was really good.
I had an amazing Papa John's pizza last night.
Nice.
And I mixed it up a bit. We had pepperoni, banana peppers, and green peppers. You don't like banana peppers?
I don't like. No, I don't like.
Well, I like banana peppers.
I don't
on
like
pizza.
Banana peppers or green peppers.
Oh,
you mean in
peppers are
general or
great.
just on pizza?
In general.
Oh, okay, I like those peppers a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a big pepper man.
I will literally eat any pizza that with anything on it besides onions or peppers. I'll eat anything but those two.
I know
things.
you're not a big onion fan.
Don't
I
die on that
think
hill.
Colin Moriarty on Twitter before we started this
I
episode
saw
said
that.
people who dislike onions should be imprisoned.
Yeah, well, he should be publicly executed for that opinion.
Well, this is also the
There
man
is
that thinks
nothing wrong
mustard
with
on a
onions.
burger is an abomination, and I
Yeah.
highly disagree with that.
I highly disagree with that too. I think if you like onions, you should be sent to jail. Like raw onions.
Everyone likes onions.
Raw onions is an abomination.
No.
So I think people who dislike raw onions are the same people that have a hang up with those that think cilantro tastes like soap.
I have no issue with cilantro.
Yeah,
Me neither.
cilantro's fine.
Yeah, it's just raw onions are just not good. Give me
I
a
disagree completely.
caramelized onion, and I'll eat
like
those.
grilled onions,
Yeah.
caramelized onions are pretty good.
Those are
I would
delicious.
take that over raw
Caramelized
onions.
anything and it's good.
Yeah, those are fine. Onions are meant to be cooked. Only a psycho would eat them raw.
So do you like
Did
cooked
you tell me you
onions?
don't peel an onion and eat it like an apple? What's wrong with you?
So you liked cooked onions?
Yes, I do like cooked onions.
Okay.
We can live with that.
Yeah. I'll get over the raw onion
Yeah,
thing.
I can eat an onion. It can't be raw. Cannot be raw. It's got to be like you know when you go to like a Mexican restaurant and you get the
I already thought of Jacob's food
you
collaboration.
get the fajitas and they've got those onions that are like so cooked they're like stuck to the skillet they bring out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are
Mhm.
delicious.
Got to scrape them off.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
Raw onions
Jacob's-
are very good on a burger.
Oh my
I
god,
like
die
them
on
on
that
burger
hill.
too.
no.
I
Now,
like
if I had the
everything on my
choice
burger,
between
though.
caramelized or raw, I'd choose caramelized,
Like,
but I'll eat a raw onion on a
One of
burger.
the worst things on earth is if you go to like a Wendy's or a Burger King and you like I'll take a single with no onion and your first bite it's just like and there's just giant red onion ring just like staring at you and it's all you taste. It's awful. You can't take it off either because the onionness has just soaked into the rest of the burger and it's ruined. So it's
Yeah, I
awful.
compare your hate for raw onions to my hate for raw tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes.
Tomatoes are great.
See, I can only eat raw tomatoes. Give me a cooked tomato, dude. That is one way to like
Yes.
make me puke on
A
impact,
hot-
dude.
A hot, smushy cooked tomato is not good.
F
Yeah,
that,
green
man.
tomatoes. Green tomatoes are good.
Yeah,
Fried green tomatoes
tomato.
are pretty good.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
fried green tomatoes.
But any other, you put a hot tomato within 10 feet of me, dude, I'm
A hot
gagging.
tomato.
Like, dude, some people like roasted cherry tomatoes.
No.
Just-
dude, I have a story about that. At Chili's years ago, we would get these steak dinners. It was like a special they did for 6 months. We'd go like 3 times a week and get these steak dinners at Chili's, but they were sort of adorned with roasted cherry tomatoes. But for some reason, I neglected eating those. I mean, I ate them, but I neglected the fact that I didn't like them for a couple of weeks. And then out of nowhere, I wasn't even at Chili's. I think I was in school or like sitting in a class or I don't know what I was doing, maybe driving down the street. And all of a sudden it hit me that I've been eating those tomatoes. And I was repulsed, dude. I was instantly disgusted with myself. And the thought, it made me so sick to my stomach that I had to like pretend like I never had that steak before. That's how haunting it was. So I really have a problem with hot tomatoes.
Interesting.
I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah. So anything else just disgust you guys?
I don't like
I know there's
cucumbers.
Things. Yeah, cucumbers suck.
Do not like cucumbers.
I can
don't
deal
like
with a cucumber,
The
but
texture, the taste. I don't like it. I like pickles. Pickles are great.
How can pickles
No, I
come
don't-
from
I don't-
something so bad?
I'm a little weary about hot pickles too.
Hot
No,
pickles.
I'll eat them
pickles
on
are
it.
fine.
I think the only thing I can eat hot pickles on is a burger, but anything
Dude,
else,
what
like by
about-
themselves, I can't do it.
What about a fried pickle? Because that's technically a hot pickle.
No, yes, now that I can deal
Fried
with. Kind of
pickles
like
are-
fried green
Mhm.
tomatoes.
Delicious.
I mean, fried anything I'll eat.
oh
Mhm.
yeah, fried mushrooms, fried pickles.
Oh heck yeah!
so good, so good.
Speaking of fried things, I
Fried
was thinking,
onions, onion rings. Those are some of my
yeah.
most favorite things.
Definitely.
I freaking love those.
I hate mushrooms.
You what?
I had mushrooms earlier
I
tonight.
do not like mushrooms.
Dude, mushrooms rock.
I like some shrooms.
They go on.
You like
They
shrooms?
They're amazing on pizza. They're good in like burrito bowls. Any type of
I had one in a burrito bowl.
Burrito bowls.
They're good in wraps. They're good on salads. They're good if you fry them up.
See, I like fried mushrooms,
Yeah.
but this just supports that we like fried things. But I wouldn't eat just like a thing of onions, or not onions, mushrooms.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't
I love
recommend
onions.
just like ripping open a package of mushrooms and eating it like
Yeah, I
popcorn.
mean, they don't even taste like anything either. So
How
How do you guys feel about raw mushrooms on like a salad or something?
I like
no,
that.
no,
Mhm.
I'll eat
they
that.
don't taste
I'll eat
like
them.
anything.
I'll eat that.
It's like putting cucumbers in salad. It sucks.
No, it does. That sucks. Mushrooms do
Mhm.
have a taste. They absolutely do.
The two worst things in salad are mushrooms and cherry tomatoes.
I like a
Next is
surprise cherry
cucumber.
tomato in a salad. It's kind of a
That-
bold thing for me to like just horf down a cherry tomato in a salad, but I'll do
Yeah,
it.
they overwhelm the salad. They have no place. Now, if
I
you
don't-
cut them up in those like little tiny little circles, those are nice.
I just don't think a cherry tomato, even if it's cut up, tastes as good as just like a big.
I agree with that.
What's a normal tomato called?
A
Just a
regular
tomato.
tomato. The tomato.
Just a nice big old tomato. It's delicious.
You know what I have to do to eat tomatoes and not freak myself out is just rebuke the world and say that tomatoes are a vegetable. It's not a fruit in my book.
Why are you freaked out by that?
I don't know. I don't like the idea of a fruit on my burger. I don't like the idea of a fruit in my salad.
Dude,
You
I
certainly
eat,
don't
to
like
me, it's
fruit
a
on your
vegetable.
pizza.
I eat fruit on my pizza.
I know. It's-
I mean,
I don't like the
there's like a
the thought that
Hawaiian
like I have
burger.
fruit sauce. I have fruit juice on my pizza as my base.
Is that what that's
on
what
your
that's
bread.
what ketchup is? Ketchup is fruit
I know.
sauce.
I know. It's not. It's vegetable sauce to me, dude. It comes from a
Stop it.
vegetable.
Hey man,
But
whatever.
that's a true story.
Whatever.
So
gets
what
you
what was
through
your
the
idea
day.
for my item, Garrett?
So your item would be a KFC special called Jacob's Breasts. It's 2 overloaded chicken breasts that come with any sides you like. It's called Jacob's Jacob's Breast is the
I
special.
went to KFC for the first time in probably several years on Saturday.
Did you get my thing?
No, they were sold out. Believe it or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
it
thing?
was all the rage. The
breasts.
Jacob's breast menu special. They were all sold out. But so I went to my uncle's house to watch the Georgia game, and they were supplying the pizza, and they told me several times like, you don't need to bring anything. Like we're all set here, but I just could not bring anything. So I saw a commercial for this Taco Bell nacho party platter. So I was like, well, I'm totally going to get one of those. But alas, I showed up at the Taco Bell and there was like a line wrapped around the entire building. So I'm like, F that. I'm going to be late. So I just went up the street and there was a KFC there and literally nobody, it looked like nobody was even working there. That's how empty the parking lot was. So I drove up and I ordered a bucket of chicken tenders. And that's what I brought to the party. And
That sounds pretty good.
dude, they were really good.
They are so good.
I was digging them. I got a
His
ton
finger
of
looking good.
ton of barbecue sauce with them, and I had those with some. My uncle's fiance made a delicious thing of buffalo chicken dip, and I had that
I
with
love that.
some tendies before the pizza, and it was
Dude, that's a
super
great,
tasty.
great feast.
Man.
Hey, Jacob, will you do me a favor and do the ad for your Jacob's breast? See, the commercial is you fully nude holding both your breasts. And just do me a favor, hold your breast, Jacob, and look in the camera of your webcam and say, Jacob's breasts, 2 for 1 special, only a KFC.
Jacob's breasts, 2 for 1 special, only at KFC.
Jacob's
Dude, that is so good.
Jacob's
Yeah?
video has been frozen for me for like an hour, so I unfortunately
Oh, wow.
didn't get to see
Oh,
that.
you've been missing everything. I've been making all these faces.
I think we need to alter that, Jacob. You hold both breasts fully nude and you say, Jacob's succulent, juicy breasts, 2 for 1 special, KFC. Is it limited supply? First come, first serve.
I can't remember all that. The whole ad read.
Jacob's breasts. Succulent, juicy chicken breasts. Limited time offer. Get them while supplies last.
Jacob's breasts. Succulent, juicy breasts. 2-for-1 special. For a limited time only. They're finger licking good.
Oh man, Jacob, that's got to be a thing. That'll be the ad that plays before, in between every Game Award of the Game Awards. It's the one that everyone gets. It's like the Schick razor guy one year, but it's just Jacob's breasts.
All right, what's our next question?
All right. Austin Tower. I didn't think of one for myself. Maybe we'll circle back to that one week. That was good. Austin Tower writes in and says, if you could make a game or series of game, did we do this one? We did this one, didn't we? Maybe it was the week. I think this also may have been the week we didn't answer all of them. Oh, we did, but it didn't air. Okay. Mm-hmm. Austin says, if you could make a game or series of games into movies or a series, what would it be and why? I personally would like the universe of Remedy Games has created to be made into a series where each game gets its own season of 10 episodes, each one about an hour long. I know we have Max Payne movies already, but I'm thinking more along the lines of Alan Wake, Quantum Break, and Control games. Thank you for all you do, boss. Austin, thanks for writing in. We had pretty fun with this when we answered it the first time. We basically said originally that we highly agree with your picks for series, but we did go on a big tangent about our problems with Quantum Break initially. Yeah. What we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, but I think it'd be cool to see. Obviously, my brain immediately goes to PlayStation exclusives. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. God of War is already so cinematic. You don't even need a movie. I mean, that game is not only just it's phenomenal gameplay, beautifully written, amazing performances, and it's shot in a way that is totally cinematic. So, no need for a God of War movie. Yeah, Uncharted are very cinematic as well. I mean, we're getting an Uncharted movie that I have very little hope for, but that's a thing. I think I'm so into the Bloodborne universe. I think the Castlevania treatment to Bloodborne in particular would be phenomenal. I mean, you could do the same for like the Soul series, but I think Bloodborne in particular could thrive in that type of animation.
Yeah, I would rather see shows for all of these.
Yeah, I'm really into series over. I mean, I love a good movie, but there's some series that I think would cater more to movies than the shows. I'd have to think about it for a while.
I used to think that I liked movies more than shows, but I think I've sort of changed that.
It depends on my mood. I like
watching TV shows more.
Yeah, it depends on my mood.
It's less of a commitment, you know. But like eventually you work your way through it. Mm-hmm. But it's like meant to be consumed like that. So I don't know. It's a different experience.
Yeah, I think many video games, not all of course, but many cater more to animation more so than live action. Like I think Doom could be an amazing animated show if they wanted it to be. Yeah. But the problem with Doom is that the universe is cool in and of itself, but the beauty of Doom is the gameplay. So
I think music's a big part of that too. But like they have a lot of cool just demons and I think you could tell a cool story.
I think same thing. Castlevania treatment of Doom could be pretty sick, but nothing compares to playing Doom as a thing. That's why it's just a great video game to me. It's just because gameplay is just so strong in it.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see like a new Zelda story told in a TV show or like
also,
an anime.
Also animated, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I always jump to animated though.
We'll see how Splinter Cell turns out.
Yeah. And then we're getting, we just talked about it, Resident Evil.
Yep.
That's going to be cool. Hopefully.
Yeah, it definitely has potential. Mm-hmm. So it looks cool.
From what Preston read, it sounded really cool to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, any like cartoony character like Crash Bandicoot could be cool. Ratchet has a movie. I haven't seen it, but Ratchet makes sense. I mean, that's like I know everyone said this 100 times, but it's like playing a Pixar movie, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't know if it was good though. I didn't see it either. I heard people were mixed on it. From what I remember, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I think there's some pretty solid answers there.
Yeah, I'm coming up with blanks over here.
Alrighty, you got something, Preston?
No.
He's got nothing.
No worries. Thanks for writing in, Austin. Carson's Wentz Stan writes in and says, if you had to remove one video game company, thus removing their entire library, what company would it be and why? I had a really good answer for this the first time we answered it. What was it?
Why would we even want this to be a thing?
Because the world is a cruel place.
Yep.
That's why. I would have removed Bethesda. Get them out of here. No one wants their games anymore. They suck.
If we had to remove one,
Watch your
otherwise
mouth.
the human race ends if we don't remove one game company. Now the easy answer is just to name some crappy game company, but I think
Yeah.
we narrowed it down to publishers or like major corporations like Sony and Microsoft, or it was like any Sony first party studio. Which one are you offing? I think we said Bend originally.
Yeah.
Oh
That's an
yeah,
easy
I do
choice.
remember that.
I mean, Bend is very much the underdog of the.
Let's just get rid of Microsoft.
PlayStation Studios.
They've contributed nothing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they've had to buy their way into
Yeah.
relevance.
sick of it.
Into relevance, yeah. Dude, how much your relevance costs? $7.5 billion.
It makes me sick.
Yeah, one. Let's say one Microsoft-owned studio's got to go. They have quite a few now.
Like what?
Probably one of their lower tier ones I can't think of right now.
Just take the
Sony,
lower
we
tier
said
ones out,
Bend.
Garrett.
Nintendo. Let's think. I guess Nintendo's just Nintendo. Let's think of one franchise from Nintendo we'd have to just to totally kill. Splatoon.
No, Garrett. No. I love Splatoon. No. What if? No. Like, in order to make this interesting, we'd have to like create options, and then we'd have to eliminate one of those options.
Mhm.
Like, we can't just like think of all the options, because out of all the options, you can always think of one that you don't care that much about.
All right, let's think of this.
Like, what if we just go with like
Okay,
Nintendo
how about this?
titles, for example?
Insomniac or Sony Santa Monica Studio? Which one lives? Which one dies?
Well, I'm going Santa Monica lives. I can get rid of Spider-Man. I could. I like it a
See,
lot.
Insomniac's much more to
But-
me than just Spider-Man.
Wow,
Yeah.
Jacob, you even like grew up playing the Ratchet and Clank games. You traitor.
But that shows how much I appreciate God of War.
You played one Santa Monica game, and you've just
Think of the
given up
variety
on
you're getting in it with
Insomniac.
Insomniac, Jacob. But we got to think hard about this. Not only do you have Spider-Man, you have Ratchet and Clank, you have
Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive. You also have
dude, you're
Resistance.
right. I changed my mind.
Yep, Resistance.
What came before all those?
Resistance.
They did this one spin-off game with EA called like Fuse or something like that.
You get Fuse.
I think
And all
that's
you
what
get
it
with
was.
Santa
God of War
Monica
more than
is one
all
of the
those
best
games combined.
games ever made.
Oh, Spyro?
Oh.
Insomniac originally did Spyro?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, you're right. Holy crap. Yeah, that's what I was forgetting.
Oh yeah. Well, Santa Monica made God of War 5 times. Where was it 4? No, it's 5, right? Did they make
If
the?
If you count,
PS
did they make
the Vita?
Ascension?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
They did not do the PSP games. Ready at Dawn did the PSP games,
Okay. I was wrong.
which they're off making VR crap for Facebook.
Cool.
Where's
pays
the
the bills, I
Order
guess.
sequel?
Where is it?
Where is
We
it?
need
We're
it.
all dying for it.
What happens the next year?
Oh man,
I want to
it's
see
the unsung song of the
medieval
PlayStation 4
Batman
generation.
on PS5.
I'm hoping for the same. Scott Belay, or is it Billet? Billiot? Please let us know, Scott. He says, "Hey boys, I love your podcast. I've listened to you for 2 years now, and we recently got a Taco Bell near me in Australia. OMG, it's great. I always get a chicken Cali burrito, but I still kind of prefer Guzman Y. Gomez Mexican restaurants. My question for you is, what is Galaxy's Edge like at Disney World and Land? I'd love to go one day and check it out."
Man, that
trying to
question
think of
is
the best
like
way.
all over the place.
Hey, I'm just excited for you to have some Taco Bell in Australia.
Yeah, congrats.
Naturally, the easy thing to say is that if you are a Star Wars fan, it is absolutely worth your time at Galaxy's Edge. It's not mind blowing to the point where I'm like, because I mean, I adore Star Wars. I always have growing up, but I wouldn't say there may be something that's lacking that I just can't put my finger on, but it's definitely a lot of fun. I mean, it looks like a Star Wars outpost, definitely. I think the coolest thing by far in terms of experiences is the lightsaber building experience. I'd say now the craftsmanship of these lightsabers is good, but I don't love the final product. I think they're a little too fat. I think I said that when we first made them back on the podcast. But the experience of building one is very cool. That's totally worth it. I wouldn't say it's worth the price, but if it was a bit cheaper, I think it's like $200 to do the experience, which is just crazy. But if it was a bit cheaper, I'd say definitely go for it. But that's cool. I hated the blue and green milk. Not a fan. All the characters are cool. I think both Rise of the Resistance is the best ride by far. The Millennium Falcon ride is only cool if you're in the front seat because you can actually manipulate the camera a bit while you're flying it, so it actually feels like you're in control. Those are probably the standouts to me. Interesting food. I haven't really gotten into the food there. I really like the thermal detonator Cokes, like the Diet Coke and the Classic Coke. It's a cool design.
That sounds dangerous.
It is. They're very dangerous. If you open it, everyone blows up in your general vicinity.
How'd you drink it?
I haven't. I just kept it as a souvenir.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you still have it?
It's somewhere. Yeah, I think it's at my mom's house.
My God.
Yeah, just don't open it. Yeah, that fizzy sound that happens when you crack it open, that's not the fizz of the soda. That's the gunpowder within fixing to detonate.
Oh my God.
So just a forewarning, if you go to Galaxy's Edge, don't open the thermal detonators. They are only there for show.
Thanks for the heads up.
Absolutely. Charlotte writes in and says, how do you think your lives would be different this year if there hadn't been a pandemic riding the planet?
It's a good question.
Undoubtedly different. I could go very deep with this if we had more time, but I have no doubt in my mind I would not be where I'm at right now in terms of my faith, in terms of my work life, in terms of many relationships in my life, honestly, that have occurred since the beginning of the pandemic until now. There are many people I would not met and started relationships with had it not been for the pandemic. So, I mean, of course, the pandemic is not a good thing. It's been awful for many people, but there have been many silver linings. I think for most people I meet, whether it's business owners, just friends, even just random conversations I've had with people over the last 7 months, everyone has at least one silver lining to the pandemic in one way or the other. So, yeah, I'd say in terms of there's been a lot of growth. There's certainly been some challenges along the way, but I'm very thankful for the growth that I had no choice but to embrace in several aspects of my life as a result of the pandemic. What about you guys?
I think only a couple of things would have changed for me. First of all, I don't think I would have dated that girl for the last 3 months had the pandemic not happened. Or if
does she listen to the podcast?
No.
Oh,
well, she did once. So maybe she does. Who knows?
Dude, let's roast her, dude.
Yeah.
Is that why you're not together anymore?
Because the podcast.
Because it's over.
I said the wrong thing in the podcast. I said I liked thief on the podcast. She freaked out.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line. Sorry.
Well, Jacob, just forewarning, man. Just be careful because you drop your exquisite breasts KFC ad that may draw her back in. Just be warned.
Right. I should have done it sooner. No. What was I going on? Oh, we probably would have met each other maybe, or we wouldn't have probably talked as long. Probably had it not been for the pandemic. So whether that's a good or a bad thing, that's probably an outcome that would have happened. And then secondly, I probably would have gone on a vacation or two this summer had it not been for everything being shut down.
Yeah, it is a bummer.
I kind of just did less of everything like everyone else. So that's really all that stands out to me.
What you got, Poobah?
Probably me just getting my new job. I think not being able to travel kind of forced my hand a little bit in terms of, being a little more proactive and looking. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I don't know, but
it's big.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, man. The past couple of weeks and stuff, I think just because work has just been the same, and I'm not necessarily like going out to a lot of places. And, I still was able to go on vacation this summer, but it's like, I don't really see the effects of everything anymore,
Mm.
It's just like, cause I go to work and I come home and, it's just normal.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's still really apparent to me because everywhere I go when I'm working, I have to have a mask on.
yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, it's on my face every day. Like it's a daily reminder that this crap is still going on and it sucks.
And I wear one, of course, when I, go into stores or gas stations and stuff like that. But, for the most part, I don't have to wear one. So it's kind of something I have to remember to keep up with every day, even though I don't wear it every day, because I've actually caught myself like walking into stores, forgetting to put it on and, having to run back out to my car to grab it and stuff.
Everyone's giving you the stare.
Yeah. I actually walked halfway in a Publix the other day and I looked down at my nose and was like, oh crap. So I like ran out.
You got 5 Karens staring at you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised nobody stopped me. Like there's all these signs everywhere saying like, don't come in. But like, nobody even said anything to me.
I've been in a few places that say no mask, no entry. And I've been inside and like 5 people don't have masks on. So it's hit or miss around here.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. One of the best tweets I've seen about from the pandemic is a guy that's like, man, everyone's like a superhero now. When they leave the house, they'll leave without their mask and be like, oh shit, forgot my mask. It's hilarious.
Identity.
Yeah. It is
do
funny,
think
like the miscommunication that happens with masks, though. Just because the muffled voices.
Mm-hmm. For someone like me that doesn't speak very loudly, it's been very annoying.
I'll
have to repeat myself even more.
I've always hated going to grocery stores. It's just like it's so infuriating to me when people, it's like there's always somebody standing in front of what I need to get. People are just like taking up, all the aisles, not moving. And, I come in with, when I go grocery shopping, I come in with a list and I just
know exactly where you're going.
Exactly. Like I'm getting out of there as fast as humanly possible. And it's just like everybody else in there is just chilling, taking their time.
Meandering.
Yeah. Just
striking up conversation.
Exactly.
Time away from
setting up camp for the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, please get out of my way. So it just goes all through me. And even when I was, when I was married, my wife would just never even asked me to go to the grocery store because it just made me so freaking anxious and just irritated and stuff going. So thankfully I've been like, I went grocery shopping today, which involved me doing a Walmart pickup, which is absolutely incredible. I recommend everybody give it a shot, dude. I literally went on
Walmart pickup.
Yes, I went on their app. I grocery shopped on the app, and I told them I was going to be there at 7:00 tonight. I pulled up to a parking spot. I whip out the app. I tell them what parking spot I'm in, what the color of my car is, and some nice guy brings all the groceries out to my car, throws them in my trunk, gives me a Reese's cup with a thank you note on it, and I was on my way.
He gave you a Reese's cup.
Yeah, they give me candy every time I go there.
Dude, you offer him a ride home?
Yeah.
Hey man, you want to get out of here?
Yeah. No, dude, he's not talking about you. Go back in the other room.
Hey man, let's get out of here.
But yeah, it's fantastic. So now I don't even have to go into a grocery store anymore.
That's cool. I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty. Oh yeah, and if they are out of something, they'll substitute it for, like, for instance, if you wanted a like I got fat-free Walmart brand cheese, and they didn't have that, but they had the Kraft cheese. So for the same price as the Walmart, they substituted the Kraft for me because they didn't have the Walmart kind. They'll do that for you too.
I just think of Kraft Punk every time I hear about Kraft cheese.
What is Kraft Punk?
I don't know.
Dude, just YouTube Kraft Punk before you go to bed, Jacob.
Okay.
It'll change your life. Add some Kraft Punk cheese to those breasts on that meal. cheesy, succulent, juicy breasts. Get them while supplies last.
But, yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm going to try that.
That's
Not
cool.
a single speedster, Sam Harris writes in and says, Gaming overlords, I pay thee forgive your humble servant of his negligence. I've ignored your call for inquiries, and I feel shame upon my honor. If thou would show mercy and benevolence, that would bring joy to my soul. I've been preoccupied with training, merriment, and romantic endeavors. Man, what a gentleman, a scholar, and a knight of the round table Sam Harris is.
He's always writing in like this. Like he's always like pepping us up.
He's a modern poet, man.
He is. I love it.
To reconcile from my heinous absence, I shall deliver to thee a quandary. Given the choice if you could live anywhere in the entire world, where would it be and what kind of living situation would you have? All of your friends and family? Just friends? Just family? All of IOG and IOG Island, where it's 24 hours of gaming, pizza, CFA, and dope music? That last one was a little out there. Have a fantastic week and I love you, dudes. Hey, same to you, Sam Harris. He says, unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond within the author's control, IOG Masters will remain on hiatus for at least the month of October. It is crunch time for the author as he has about 10 pounds left to lose and needs to start studying for the ASVAB test, the military aptitude test, to determine what jobs are available. The author still listens to the show and engages with the community when he has a chance. Who knew having a busy life and a girlfriend would be so hectic? LOL. Sam, as always, thank you for writing in. And not just writing in, but beautifully at that. And we appreciate the questions, and congrats to your relationship. Congrats to being that close to joining the military. I know it's been a long time coming. And Sam and I have actually talked a couple of times about this on Discord. And that's just an amazing journey. So that's definitely bound to inspire many as they pursue their own goals. It definitely inspires me to persevere through challenges. So I think it's an awesome story, and we're stoked for you, dude.
100%.
So about the island, or if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I have a couple answers to this, but I'll let you guys go first.
This is tough. I actually haven't spent a whole lot of time thinking about this.
This may inspire you then. Okay. I would like a house in the mountains. Which mountains? I don't know. Preferably somewhere in the Midwest, probably. That or just a large ranch. Have you ever seen Legends of the Fall?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically the house I want in like Montana somewhere. I'm just in the middle of nowhere. But sort of like when we went to Pigeon Forge, it feels like you're in the mountains by yourself in a cabin, but in reality, you're within 10 miles of society. So if you need to go to the grocery store, go to a restaurant, go to the doctor, it's all near there. But when you're up in the mountains, you have the illusion of seclusion. That'd be a great pop punk band name, Illusion of Seclusion. But that's one thing. Either up in the mountains, just a log cabin where my family and I could live. And I mean, of course, like it'd be cool to have like all of your family there, but I'm thinking like my future spouse, kids. Jacob, you're welcome to stay with us if you like. Or just your whole family can move in, Jacob.
Just bring them all.
Yeah, Zach and I have always joked, but are partly serious about being next door neighbors with our wives one day.
Yeah.
And our kids can all be friends and grow up next door to each other. That's the dream.
I could totally see you doing.
Yeah, we talked about our basements would have an underground bunker where they connect underground, and we have like a big gaming lounge underground.
Oh, that's what they think, but it's really just you and Zach's gaming lounge.
Yeah, but I've always dreamt of having a house either in the mountains or like in a big field like in Legends of the Fall. So that's in a world where I could work from home and some epic
I just heard
thunder
that
out there. Yeah,
it was lightning over here earlier. Where I went in Colorado when I went to Breckenridge was like a mini paradise. Like it was one of the best places I've ever been, and it was just like yeah, it was sort of like a tourist spot, but like just being in like this little snowy village with like 2 feet of snow, and like it snowed from the moment we got there till we left, and like it was like a snowy, wintry like log cabin village paradise, and I could see myself just like living somewhere like that because I've never really lived around a lot of snow. So I think I don't know. I think that would be really nice. Maybe not like the whole year. But just in the winter, it would be something that would be sort of like not like cold as like desirable, but it's more like, I don't know. It seems cozy. Like, I think I'm sort of like a homebody in a lot of ways, and like the snow sort of like presents like that, not danger, but like it's like you want to stay inside and stay warm. Like you need to stay close to it, the people you care about that are around you. I don't know. I just like that image, that ideology. So yeah, probably something like that for me. But I also like going to the beach, you know. So having like a beach home when I was older is also desirable. Preferably like one of each of those homes. That would be really freaking cool. Yeah, honestly, like specific places, I really have no idea. Maybe it's something I should think more about now that you've brought it up.
What about you, Poobah?
I think I'd definitely like to live in the mountains somewhere, just somewhere. Well, my ideal house probably would be Aaron Paul's house.
Oh, dude, yeah, that is incredible.
Dude, I just got to recommend
they did.
Yes, I just got to recommend a video for his house on YouTube one day, and I watched the entire thing, and I was just like, "Holy crap, that is where I want to live."
It's a dream home for sure.
Was it a Cribs episode?
Pretty much. It's like a very elegant, laid back Cribs video.
It's like he just lives in the snowy mountains in the most insane cabin of all time. Like it is it's gorgeous. So I
it's
want
all
to
that
live.
blue meth he sold, man. Really paid off.
Like I want to live there.
Side note: Henry Cavill wants to play James Bond. Is news to me. That was one of my like lower tier picks. I mean, I like Henry Cavill, but I put up Michael Fassbender and
dude. But Henry Cavill.
I heard Tom Hardy's also like a top contender right now. It's a rumor floating around.
Henry Cavill.
I would much rather take Henry Cavill over Tom Hardy.
He likes to build computers.
Yeah, I think Tom Hardy's the better actor probably, but Henry Cavill has great screen presence, and he has the dapper suave of Bond that has been. I mean, I like Daniel Craig a lot because he's like the hardcore.
Are we ready for a buff Bond,
brawler.
Garrett? Are we ready for that?
A buff Bond?
Yeah. Is the world ready for buff Bond?
Dude, Henry Cavill could nail.
Hashtag.
He's played roles like Bond already.
Hashtag
put The Rock in there. Then.
Hashtag buff Bond.
Yeah. Hashtag Clark Kent Superman Bond.
I wonder if like they would ask Henry Cavill to lose weight for that role. You think he would do that?
To be skinnier? Nah, dude. Yeah. No way.
Bond's always been not like skinny, but he's been, you know, a regular average dude.
He can't
the
be
fact that he plays Geralt of Rivia is like the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, he can't be fluctuating weight like that. If he's got to play Geralt this month, and then he's got to drop like all that muscle to play.
Dude, that's like, I mean, I know Bond has traditionally never even really been ripped per se, but I'd say some of the older Bonds, like I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Not Connery, but another Bond kind of has like a larger build, like
Pierce
broader
Brosnan?
build. Maybe Brosnan. I'm thinking like older Bonds, like way back in the day. But Henry Cavill is obviously broad because he's so muscular. He's so hot, dude. You make a great Bond. I'd be open to that. If I was forced to pick between he and Tom Hardy, I'd go Henry Cavill all day. And honestly, I think Henry Cavill would probably sell more tickets anyway. Tom Hardy's a great actor, but he doesn't sell movie tickets.
I mean, Henry Cavill, I think, is the only person on earth to ever reload their arms. So that's
exactly
cool.
That's all I need. I mean, he's one of the best parts of Fallout, easily.
Yeah, I've yet to see that.
That movie's so good. I think we got a couple more.
Holy crap!
We're almost done. These are quick. Loki Fimrear writes in and says, Metal Gear Solid Remake. Thoughts?
I believe it. There's a lot of smoke recently.
There's
about
a rumor
it.
for that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I thought you were just pitching this for fun.
No, I've been seeing a lot of stuff recently about it.
This is the original Metal Gear Solid.
Correct.
Okay, I'd be open to that. I've never played the original, so I'd be totally open to that.
Same here.
Do you want Metal Gear Solid Remake more, or do you want the Mass Effect trilogy?
That is coming. Apparently, that has been delayed till next year.
Goodness, why?
Yeah. I don't know if it's
just the way
true
it
or
goes,
not, but
Garrett.
apparently the first game, they're like really trying to get the first game to feel
Like the other
modern. Yeah.
two. Yeah. Okay.
I like that then.
So
I still think you should avoid it anyway, Jacob. Unless they demo it and it blows people's minds, but just jump to 2, man. You won't regret it.
but yeah, I would
Last question.
love a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, which is like in the same style as 5.
Of 5?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be
It'd
sick.
be so cool.
I'd be down for that too.
But like,
And that would give you that stealth game you need.
yeah, but it's
There
like
you go.
Metal Gear Solid 1 is like a linear-ish game. So I want that stealth gameplay, but like with like not,
Tactical
the
espionage action.
oh yeah.
Terry Adamson and apparently Lenzodak, unless we copy and pasted something wrong, which is probably your fault, Jacob. They asked the same question in this listing.
Oh,
If you haven't talked about it yet, how do you guys feel about Sony increasing first party or first studio games by $10? Doesn't surprise me. I can live with it.
I think everybody is going to follow suit at some point.
Yeah.
Or
Makes
the
total sense to me.
sports titles already are. I don't know. Yeah, we talked about it. I know $10 might break it for some people, but I just think it's like games have been $60 since the 360. We've gone 2 console generations, so I'm honestly shocked it took this long for them to go up. But
Yeah.
games are just costing more and more to make. So I think just if you wait for reviews, and if you want to wait for a sale, you don't always have to buy it when it first comes out. So,
And if you're a console gamer, suddenly Xbox and Game Pass
Yeah.
sounds really satisfying if you can't afford $70 games.
for sure.
Yeah. There you go.
You come to find out Microsoft is so wealthy that they've horrified publishers into increasing their game prices just to attract people to Game Pass.
I mean, Sony
That's-
came out and said they could not do a Game Pass model because they don't think it's sustainable.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I literally think Microsoft is so rich to where they can do that and it'd be fine.
Maybe.
So
What do you think the end goal is? Like, I know we might not know, but like,
Talking about game prices?
or no, just like why are they like, why do they think this is profitable? What are they chasing?
I mean, it's gotta
Are they trying
be
to create
doing
this ecosystem?
it's got to be doing something for them because they're
Mhm.
pushing it. It's for them to push it as hard as they are.
I don't know. I just think it'd be fun to be in those meetings. Like, how did they come up with this whole plan? And like, how's it going?
And it seems too good to be true to where it's like I'm just waiting for the point for it to turn into like $30 a month or something like that.
Yeah. For
It's
real.
just for like $10 a month, and it's just like they just bought Bethesda to where all of their games are gonna be like when Starfield comes out or Elder Scrolls 6 comes out and all those other games comes out, and it's just a part of Game Pass. It's just like it's such a good deal that it's crazy.
That's a good point you bring up, though. Like, when does it become too much to not be as good of a deal anymore? And like, when do they start doing like a Disney Plus thing where they charge like a $30 premium subscription for like access to something?
Maybe
You know?
maybe just so many people subscribe to it to the point where
Dude, that's brilliant. If they use one of their first party studios, they'd be like, you can play Gears 6 30 days early if you pay a premium price.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that'll do that.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause then you're paying that
didn't they
30 for
already
1
do that
month.
with Gears? I literally
no
think
idea.
they already did that with Gears. If you were on Game Pass or
Yeah,
bought something, you could play it earlier that week.
Dude, people would
I
do
think
that
they
for
might
Halo
have, yeah.
Infinite in a heartbeat. when
They
it
did that
eventually
for I
comes
did
out.
that for the Avengers. I bought the special edition to play it 3 days early
There you go.
and deleted it off my hard drive a few days ago too.
They got you.
I haven't heard an inkling about that game since it launched.
I haven't either.
I saw there was a patch to fix like a couple of hundred bugs or something like that the other day.
Goodness.
Can the other characters open the doors now?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Poor
that our last
Crystal,
one?
man. That was the last one. Yeah, that's it for 249, gentlemen. If anyone's just an avid Photoshop user who just really enjoys working on edits in your spare time, if anyone could do a Jacob Alka KFC breast mock-up the way we described it, that'd be much appreciated.
Just go ahead and throw it in our memes tab on
Yeah,
Discord.
please. We'll make it an emote and everything.
True. Except they won't have a picture of me. Unless they find some old ones.
You can dig one up. Just go to Jacob's Instagram, take off any jolly picture of Jacob on there, and Photoshop his face onto someone else's body if you have to.
There it is.
Well, gentlemen, it was nothing short of a pleasure. I know it's a late night on a weekday, but I'm glad we could come together and talk about some things.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for joining me in this discussion, and it was a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely, Jacob.
Yeah. Well, to all of you tuning in around the world, as always, we cannot thank you for the continued support, and just listening every week really encourages us to keep going on, especially in these weeks where there's not as much news. It's the community questions and your support on Discord and social media that has kept us alive for so long. And we can't thank you enough for the encouragement. We are stoked to talk about all the fun games coming out for the rest of the year, and of course, Game Awards later on to the year. And there's just a lot of cool stuff coming out gaming wise and everything. So we love you. We thank you for everything. And we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Later.